guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing and to another video where this is gonna be a wicked day ahead. You join me? We're just heading to Porsche Reading. I cannot wait. Basically, you would have seen recently I sold my Porsche GT3 RS. It sadly left me. We made the decision that it was time. It was time, and it is in amazing hands, and the car has been sold. And since then, I've been making videos of driving a 570, AMG GTR, basically looking for the next replacement for my supercar. I wanted it to be a little bit of a cheaper car. Well, today is something completely different. Today we're going to go and look at a Porsche Taycan with the view of potentially buying one, because as you'll be aware, I'm racing in the Porsche GT4 series this year, so my supercar hunt kind of took a little bit of a pause. My main focus has been delivering results, delivering good content for you guys, and winning the championship this year. So it's not been on my focus to be like, well, I'm just going to go out and buy a supercar. I've really just been focusing on the racing, etc. And then I came across a Porsche Taycan, and I thought this has spiced things up, because since I saw one, I looked on I saw it in the car park at my race event. I've been looking at reviews, I've been looking all over online at them, and I've been getting a little bit obsessed of just how much of an incredible car this really is, with Lamar technology from the LMP1 car and everything which has gone into it. This is not any electric car. This is something which is, it's got a bit of racing history to it, and I'm racing a Porsche this year, and it could make complete sense to add it to my garage and have an electric car. I wasn't actually just necessarily planning on going to buy an electric car, but living in London, having the facilities to charge it underneath where I live, it could work very, very well. It performs well on a track, 250 miles of range. It could be an addition to the garage. It's not just me just wasting dealers' time. I'm genuinely being serious. What I want to see is one up close and personal, have a full tour, see one, sit in one, and just get a full feeling for one, and decide whether a Porsche Taycan could potentially come into my garage, because I am absolutely sure that this genuinely could. So here we are, we have made it to Porsche Reading, and I can't wait to show you around, but also to see the Taycan and show you inside, and it just get up close and personal a bit. That's what we're going to do today. But I am greeted in the middle of this car park where there is pretty much everything, including a couple of Taycans as well. This makes total sense to start here, because GT3 RS is here in the car park as well, and that's obviously what I've just sold, this being a Generation 2 car, so a little bit different to mine. So what we have over here already is a couple of Turbo S's. It is cool, and it looks amazing in the red as well. What would you have, ladies and gentlemen? Would you have the coupe right there on the right, which does look very, very good, doesn't it? Or would you rather have a convertible? For me, a convertible wouldn't be the one, but that's quite cool to see them side by side, so you guys can get a bit of a comparison to what they both look like. And then what we have next to it is a GT4 as well. So got all the cars here lined up, but that is quite a cool little lineup, isn't it? We've got a Panamera, GT4, and then the Turbo S's, and then right at the end, which will be some of your favourite as well, is a 718 Spider. Look at the colour on this Panamera GTS. It's like a British racing green. How nice is that? Looks amazing. Anyway, Taycan, Turbo S's, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go through them, but this is not the actual car I'm actually seeing today. These are just ones in the car park. Like I mentioned, there are 3 different types of Porsche Taycans. Obviously, all electric. So you have, at £83,000, you have the more standard Taycan 4S, which is, if you don't tick the right box, you don't have as much range, etc. And it's not as fast. It does 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. Then you have the Turbo, without the options this is, and that starts at £115,000. I believe that does 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. And then you have the almighty Turbo S, which are the ones currently sat behind me, and these do 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. These start at £138,000. So me being me, I need to think, do you go for more of the entry level to a different few different things to it, and then, you know, you've got a car for sort of £80,000. Obviously you get the benefits of having an electric car and it be more affordable, or do you go all out with a market you don't really know and it's sort of 150? Well, anyway, so we won't do two, so let me tell you a few stats. 560 kilowatts, that is the horsepower, all electric. Of course, max speed is 161 miles per hour on the Turbo S. 0 to 62 is 2.8 seconds, so it is absolutely mind-blowing. But can we just take in for a moment how flipping good the Taycan looks? And that is what is drawing me to this. Take away the electricity thing for a minute, because I love that part, don't get me wrong. It's more the styling, and what Porsche have done with the styling is madness, because I think that is such a flipping good looking car, and I know it does well around the track. We have a black one, which I think works well as well. More subtle, not as sort of in your face, snap the funky wheels, but does look seriously cool. Me being me, I love black cars. I mean, my A45 is black, my M8's black, but personally I probably would go for the black with the grey wheels. Very, very, very nice. You know what it actually reminds me of? I think it's going to sound a bit stupid, but it actually reminds me a little bit of a 918 from the front. A little bit. It does kind of, I know, a little bit. Oh my. Oh my. The daddy, the GT2 RS is the flipping daddy. I think this is actually for sale, and you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. Completely opposite to what we're here to see, but as a racing driver, you've got to appreciate that that is one of the best cars in the world, and always will be. Until you've driven one, which I hope people get the chance to, any Porsche, is when you realise it's a driver's car, and you can go round and round and round and round and round and round and round a track, and it won't break. So I've just been inside and we've been having a chat about figures, what cars potentially available, you know, all to come. But now we're outside, I can show you up close and personal with a Taycan Turbo, not the S. So the price difference is a little bit different, but as you can see, compared to the Turbo S, what we had over there, it doesn't look too dissimilar. Obviously a little bit slower 0 to 60, but apart from that, visually there isn't much to see in terms differently with that. And what we have here is a Taycan 4S. So there is a little bit of visibility because this is the entry level. What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, these are the superchargers. So these right here, these are water cooled, and you can charge, well, as you can see, welcome, hello, welcome. You can take this car from 0 to 100 in 20 minutes on that. Another thing which is interesting, this car takes 9 hours to charge. If you just have a normal charger at home, let's say, they say around 9 hours to charge it. That basically means the last 20% really does take a lot longer. To take the car from 5 to 80%, that doesn't take very long at all. It's the last 20% where it takes the time, and that is all to protect the battery. I have some keys. There we go, I have some keys, but this is for the 4S. We're going to go inside the 4S because that's the only key I've got. I do like these when you open it. Oh, look, they come out. That's very cool. But we're going to go inside the driver's seat. So we're going to have a little look inside. I've never been in one, ladies and gentlemen, so this is the first time you're joining me inside a Taycan. Look at this. Look at this. Very, very cool. Oh, it is amazing in here. I tell you what I love, and that is the panoramic roof. Oh, you got little USB chargers underneath the seats just there. I've just turned the fans off, but look at this. How cool is that for the passenger? You get to see exactly what is going on here. That dash is amazing. And then we have this insane dash right there as well, directly there. Different drive modes. There we go. We can change the drive mode just there. Sport, Sport Plus, and individual. So that will changes right there. And to turn it on, you just press the button right there and you are away. Charge. Let's click on charge. What we have there? Vehicle is not charged to the charging system, but as you can see, we have in here 223 miles of range left. That is 86%. Oh, this is just, look at all this. Electric sport sound. You can have some sound going on in here. So that turns it off if you hold it down. To turn the car on, that's on. That's on. That's ready to go. That is on. I mean, it's mad. And then you just go. I think the biggest thing for me, being an electric car, is that it's a Porsche. You're in a Porsche and you feel like you're in a Porsche. You've got that flipping badge directly ahead of you, and that, and the clock, which is exactly the same as I had in my GT3 RS. Whew. So much here that I don't know, but I'm sure I will learn it. Oh, flipping now. Just a game changer. Anyway, we're going to just jump out right now because I want to have a little look. We've got to turn it off. Turn it off. We have to put a foot on the brake and hold that button down. There we go. Off. Let's have a little look in the back because that's probably what people want to know. Is there any legroom in the back? Let's have a sit in there, shall we? Shut the door. Not bad. Absolutely fine. I would be fine in here on a long journey. If you're looking for a Taycan for your family, you can chill in the back. Kids are fine. Everyone's fine. Put your granddad in the back. Whatever you want to do, everyone's fine. And then we are going to quickly open it as well. The boot. Ta-da! Good boot space. Well, average boot space. And then we can close it just like that. And that is the boot. And I was going to say, let's go and open up the bonnet, but that's going to be a waste of time, isn't it? So you're probably thinking, what is next? Well, I've just been inside talking to the guys here. We've been having a long chat, and there potentially might be an order that I could take up, and it could be here in October. And when he said October, I was like, October? I was like, that seems a while away, but it's actually August, not that long, long time. So that's a potential option. He's going to have a look in to see whether there's any cancelled orders. If there is, there's a potential I could take one of them up. I've been doing some of the finance options as well, and it works. All the numbers kind of work for me, and I think it could make sense. But what I want you guys to do is tell me what you think, because another thing we can do with this car, track it. Taking one on the track could be pretty mad, and like document that aspect. Bring in a little bit of content, because obviously we've got the racing, we've got different things with that. Hopefully we're going to win the championship. Second race coming up soon. And then do different things with the Taycan. We've got the M8, got the A45, and drag races. We could do a lot of drag races with it and put it up against different kind of things, and it would surprise you. But it's blown me away. I think that's the biggest thing today, is that the Taycan has blown me away because it's a Porsche and it's completely different. And I've just got a weird obsession about them just because of what Porsche have created here is something very, very special. It's a complete game changer. It's history. That's the thing. It's a really, really special what they've done, because if this is the future of electric cars, it's going to be positive, ladies and gentlemen, trust me, because this, what I've just seen today, has completely changed me. And I'm not just here for no reason. I'm here because I genuinely want to buy a Porsche Taycan. And what we're going to do now, I'm going to go back inside. We're going to see if we can get the car in for October. If there's a cancelled order wherever, we're going to maybe potentially get on that as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you think to specs. Get them in the comments down below. I hope you've enjoyed it. A massive thank you to Porsche Reading, as always, for hosting me. They're such lovely people down here. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. I'll see you all very soon.